everybody, welcome to Football Friday, where we talk about football news every Friday. The past week's NFL news, as always, it's been pretty boring because we're in the off season, but let's get fucking started. Biggest news is Dalvin Cook was just released from the Vikings, 4 times Pro Bowler. He was a monster in college. That man is now available. Already, the Broncos and the Dolphins are the two leading teams that might get him. Again, the AFC getting stronger, the NFC getting weaker. And I'm just happy that he's out of the division. So, he's a monster. He's pretty fucking dope. But, he's not there anymore. And they didn't get anything for him. I don't know how these teams are just letting go of players without at least getting a 6th or a 7th seed for it. You're telling me nobody would give a 7th seed for Dalvin Cook? What? DeAndre Hopkins is still also not on a team yet, so we'll figure that out, and I'll mention it when it happens, but he's going to go to the Patriots this week. I think Tuesday, Monday for a visit there. That's the worst possibility. He needs to go to the Bills or the Chiefs, right? I guess the Bengals too, but Bills or Chiefs, from a person that's a fan of both those teams, Bills or Chiefs. Bills or Chiefs. Bills or Chiefs. Talking about the Chiefs, they just got weaker because Frank Clark just signed with the Broncos. The AFC is ridiculous. They really, truly are. So Frank Clark, he was a monster. He got drafted in 2015. An outside linebacker, 3 times Pro Bowler, 2 times Super Bowl champion. The man's crazy. Either way, good for the Broncos to come and select him, pick him up. Pretty nice. So if you live in America, you probably are aware of the Canadian fires that are wreaking havoc in Canada, but also the smoke is coming down into the northeast, right? So New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware, those types of places. And the Giants actually canceled practice. They didn't even want to have practice in their inside facility. They just canceled it all out. Canceled it outright. Goodness. On Thursday. So that's pretty crazy. The Ravens, the Jets, the Eagles, and the Commanders that are also in that area all move their outside practice inside. But again, the Giants just said, fuck it, no practice. The last piece of news that we got going on is Josh Allen just became the face of Madden for 2024, which means he has the Madden curse, right? He's not going to make the Super Bowl. Most people would say he wasn't anyways, but I always got faith in the man, Josh Allen. Especially if he picks up DeAndre Hopkins again. Stephon Diggs, DeAndre Hopkins, it'd be crazy. Also, Dalvin Cook's brother, James Cook, I think it's James Cook, he is a running back on the Bills. So maybe they get Dalvin Cook too and just make their team super duper strong. Alright guys, that was it for the news this week, but we're going to get into my quarterback tier list, which is amazing, just fantastic, and if you have something to argue with me about, put it in the comment section below, and I will call you a downright Alright, so what we have here is our last week's tier where we left off. Again, we have Living Legend at the top, God tier, Superstar tier, Strong Starter, Bridge quarterback, you're just waiting for the next one, and Mystery Men. People that we really don't know what's going on. So Mystery Men is out. We put every Mystery Man there. So we're moving on to the next 5 that are down on the bottom. We are not going by tier. We are going by the order that this place has it at. So that means we're going to start today with Kansas City's Patrick Mahomes. And if you haven't guessed, of course, this man's going to Bridge. He's garbage. Oh, wait. He moved up to God? What? Yeah, the man's God tier. He's phenomenal. The only person that's ever came close to him was Aaron Rodgers, that is living in the legend, because he is just so old now that his bones are not as good as they once were. But Patrick Mahomes, still pretty young, still at the peak of his career, and probably going to get better as time goes on over the next few years. So he is on our God list. He is phenomenal. I don't know if I have to say more. It's fucking Patrick Mahomes, right? So, moving on to Jalen Hurts. The man I wish we drafted as the Green Bay fans over Jordan Love. But we didn't. We picked up Jordan Love, and we will see how he goes. But Jalen Hurts, he was having not the best years. But now everybody sees him as the golden boy of the NFC, which he pretty much is. And there, we're going to have to drop him down into Superstar. I'm not even kidding. Like, I love the guy before he got drafted. I love him now. Superstar, 100%. Not even close to anything else. Going to our main gamer of the group, Kyler Murray. Whew. One would put him up in superstar, some would put him over to the bridge, but I'm going to say he's a strong starter, and he has great potential, but he could just completely die off. Again, Carson Wentz once had great potential and once was an MVP, type caliber quarterback. We'll see how Kyler Murray handles this year, new coach. But he is a strong starter. If you've seen him play, he can make some phenomenal plays. And yeah, we'll see where he progresses next year. But for now, he is a strong starter. Josh Allen, Mr. Madden himself. Where are we putting him? Of course, we're putting him up in superstar, right? He is not God tier. But he is superstar tier. He is fantastic. He is pretty dang great. Pretty dang solid. Again, he is on Madden for a reason. And that is because he brings excitement to a team of the Bills that have, had just disappointment their whole entire lives. I feel bad for you Bills fans. But point is, Josh Allen is a superstar, and he is your quarterback, and he is your quarterback for the future. Kenny Pickett. I'm just not excited about him. I'm putting him into the bridge. I'm sorry. I feel like they need to have someone better. He could shock us, move him up to strong starter this year, but I would move off from him and get someone with true talent coming into next year. I'm sorry. He's a bridge. I'm sorry for the Steelers fans, but hopefully you guys can tank this year. Maybe have the first losing season with, Mike Tomlin as your head coach. So, yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with this year. Maybe he'll surprise us. Some of you might be shouting, "Oh, he's a strong starter." No, man. The man's bridge. I'm sorry. It is what it is. And that wraps up our tier list for this week. Again, we will not be here next week. We will be out of town. So in 2 weeks, we will go ahead and get on with the Mac Jones, the Geno Smith, the Dak Prescott, the Justin Fields, and the main man, Lamar Jackson of that week. Thank you guys for watching. We will not be having a Football Friday next week because I will be out of town, but come back in 2 weeks and there will be one. Love you each.